Yes, sir. It's your boy B Hayes. We back with another one, guys. So, $100,000 a share AMC. Is it possible? I see a lot of people talking about 100K AMC, 100K this, 100K that. This is not even a video that should be made right now at these times, being for the fact that no, we're nowhere near 100K right now. That's the first thing. The second thing, we down right now. We bleeding. We hurting. We still trying to get back. That's the second thing. The third thing is, we can't even maintain $70. $70. That's the third thing. The fourth thing, we gotta fight against others that's in the same, group as us. We fighting against our own teammates. We fighting against each other. That's one. The biggest thing, we fighting against the big dogs, the government, the feds, the market makers, the brokerages, the banks, Citadel, these hedge funds. We fighting against 7, 8, 9 different people. That's the fourth to fifth thing. You get what I'm saying? We could keep going, guys. It's so many different factors that's going into play on why this play is not going to be able to make thousands of dollars per share like it could have. It definitely could. But the thing is, guys, people is not, we're not doing everything that we could be doing to help us even get. With all the power, influence, and resources that we acquired in a short span of time, I don't know exactly what it is yet that we should be doing or could be doing without, breaking the law, getting anybody in trouble, locked up, or anything like that. But doing something in a nice way, in a nice fashion, not nice by any means, but doing it in a clever way to where we getting under their skin to where they can possibly, unleash the beast. So you already know, guys, my brain ain't to go that far yet to think about what it could be, but we already know that we definitely is being played. We is getting, tricked up out of our spots. Some people is, some people ain't, some people still holding, but a lot of people is definitely being played, guys. And eventually this thing will, do what it has to do. But I don't believe it's going to go to, astronomical numbers that we could have possibly seen if this thing ran off a regular, if it wasn't anybody controlling it and holding us back. If it was just able to do what its intentions is on doing, then I do believe this thing could have seen some, some amazing numbers. But being for the fact that a lot of people is putting that 100K in the air, 100K this, 100K that, I'm gonna be real, guys. You got to break the math down. It's on average for every retail investors that own an AMC, that own AMC stock, on average, they hold about 125 shares a piece. That's everybody now. Now, we know some people may own more. You may own 500. You may own 1,000 shares. Some people may own significant less than 125. You might own 10 or 5 or 15 or 20. That's not the point. The point is the average. I want to know collectively, when we put everybody together, what my average is. My average is 125. That's what everybody's holding. So we're going to go with that number. If we was to do 125 shares times $100,000, that'd be roughly what? $12.5 million? That'd be $12.5 million to millions of retail investors that now we is way powerful than we was before. See, that's a major factor that's going into what's going on, guys. Money is power. Money is power. Money brings resources. Money brings friends, powerful friends. So with that being said, if you get an average retail investor, the average Joe in America, $12.5 million in a short period of time, with the average investment only costs them a couple thousand, $1,000. You trying to tell me these people is not about to become one of the most powerful forces that they ever seen? Because once you put the 12.5 million in all these retail investors' hands, guess what they're going to do next? You smart. Think about it. They going to do the same thing. They going to run as one. They going to run as a unit. They going to look at the next hot stock with the most amount of short interest, and they gonna hawk them down and prey them. The same thing the hedge funds doing now. They got all this information. They're working together, except for they got inside information. I done been around people, I ain't gonna put him out there like that. I ain't even gonna say too much about it because it's some stuff that don't supposed to be said. But I was even shocked by the fact that I had a buddy. He came and told me like he done made a 5,000% return on, I think it was like, I want to say the company because I don't want to put people business out there like that. That ain't me. But it's just, I'm talking about this and I need to put this out there. But anyways, guys, but that's how you know insiders is real. He was just telling me like, and I know he not lying because he one of the most honest people I ever, would meet or whatnot. So anyways, he was saying he knew to buy the stock because of inside information. Somebody within the business told him a little razzle dazzle. He bought it up. He knew they wasn't, BSing. They was in the company, well deep in the company. Told him to buy it. He got a 5,000% return. He was wishing he would have bought more. Same thing he doing it on a smaller scale. The people that he knew and the people, these is not no big, multi-millionaires, nothing like that. These is regular average Joe folks. So with that being said, imagine the type of information these guys got. These top dogs, these big dogs. So these people is on a whole different type of scale with it. And that's the type of scale we will be on. Give us 12.5 million a piece, the average retail investor. Watch what we do with it. We can put 11.5 in the bank. Not in the bank, but you get what I'm saying, just putting it to the side because you don't want to, you want to put some of it in the bank and then make your investments, buy your real estate, buy your land. We already know that for the haters in the back. Like, oh, you're going to take your whole 11 million and put it in the bank? Nah, I'm going to put it to work. But I'm just saying, we're going to put that to the side. Meaning I want to put that into safe investments to where, I know it ain't going to fluctuate much. But over time, it should grow for me. So the other $1 million, the average retail investors, we're going to put all that right back in another high short interest play and run it right back up and moving all together as a unit. So it's gonna work just as the hedge funds is moving. Only way you probably say, well, it ain't working now. It ain't working now because we fighting against all them niggas. We fighting against all of them. It's too many. We taking punches from him, her, him, each other. So it's like it's a different ball game. With them, it works so easily, clever, like magic. So that's what they is scared of. They trying to avoid that. So my thing is, I don't believe we could get to no $100,000 a share, guys. That's $12.5 million for each of us. They not having that. They trying to make sure you get up out of this with nothing. They trying to make sure you come in with less than you. They trying to make sure you leave out with less than you came with. They ain't trying to make sure you leave here with up nothing. They can give you even the slightest amount of percentage increase, gonna give you a little bit of power. If you had enough power to do this with a little bit that you did have, even if I give you, $1,000, $2,000 a share, I'm gonna give you some power. So it's like, it's really something you got to sit back and think about, guys, because I do believe they ain't gonna have no choice but to let it run. When the overall market, especially if they try to continue to pull it back and do the little BS they pulled today, they can try to continue to pull it back. They gonna have to let it run because the overall market ain't gonna stay at these levels for too much more longer. It's destined to run. So it's going to have to run, guys, and they gotta let it run. So that being said, though, guys, that's my take on it. That's my 2 cents on $100,000 a share. I don't think it's gonna happen, guys. I don't think it's gonna happen. But you already know, though, guys, like I say, always be sure to do your own research and due diligence. This is just my opinion, guys. And you already know, add your boy on Instagram at the B Hayes Show. I love y'all. We out, and God bless you. We gone.